Welcome to Not From Here, a podcast dedicated to past versions of ourselves
and the current versions of all of you. We are your co-hosts. I'm Riley Klauza.
And I am Isa Rodriguez. And we are just a couple of Michiganders turned New Yorkers trying to get a grip.
Have you ever been made fun of for the way you say things or thought, damn, I never even realized I had an accent?
Well, we have too, because we're definitely not from here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, hi.
Hey, Riley.
Hey, Isa.
How's it going?
It's going good. It's been a second.
It's been a lot of seconds.
Not a second since I've talked to you.
525,600 minutes.
You were like, no, I'm not stopping.
I was like, but divide that in two. That's what it feels like.
No, yeah, not a minute, second. Since I was like, did I say minute or second? Now I'm like, anyway, not a second since I've talked to you, but a second since we've done this. Hey.
So we're so excited to be back. Really, just to start this off, where the fuck have we been? What have we been doing?
A lot of stuff. So the holidays happened.
How
were your holidays?
Holidays were good. Did we talk about the holidays or did we talk about pre-holidays?
We talked about pre-holidays because we pre-recorded. So we haven't talked to you guys in like over a month, it feels like. Over a month, yeah.
The holidays were good. I felt like they were quick. I didn't go home for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And then New Year's Eve was just kind of like, it happened. It was
What'd you
there.
do? How'd you spend your New Year's in New York?
New Year's in New York. Well, I went to an apartment party, which was very Michigan coded. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much to dust. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I hung out with some of Cameron's coworkers.
Whoa.
Not theater people, crazy.
We didn't hang out with each other.
I know.
Kind of sad.
Kind of heartbreaking.
But we survived.
We're growing adults and sometimes that happens.
We're very dependent on each other.
So we were like, why?
That was a big moment for us.
Yeah. We were like, wow, look at us being individuals.
Oh. I missed you though, but I'm glad you had a good New Year's.
What did you do on New Year's?
My two best friends from home, shout out Jenna and Haley, came to New York for New Year's. They wanted to experience NYE and NYC, as they say. It was good. It was great. We ended up going to, so we kind of like, it was a whole process finding like what we were going to do because like, I don't like last year. I've only had one other New Year's in New York, and it was with you. And we pre-gamed at your apartment, and we went to an apartment party.
Yeah,
and so like I haven't really like been like out for New Year's yet, you know.
Yeah.
So didn't know what to expect. Am
I allowed to tell the people that you also fell asleep before midnight last year?
Yeah, like it. You're allowed to tell them. I fully called an Uber at 11:45 p.m.
That's a really fun one. Fun story.
Didn't make it. It was just, I started a little too early.
So at least you were awake to ring in the new year this time.
Awake, but finding like where to go, knowing like what was going to be a good place, like I just didn't know.
Yeah.
And you can only trust TikTok so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but we ended up going to this place called Fishbowl right in Times Square herself.
Riley's favorite spot.
My favorite. Having to go through the barricades on New Year's Eve was so fun. But no, it actually was a good time. It was a tame New Year's. I was silly. We actually like got a table and did like bottle service. Like it was giving bougie, but like I'm not ever. But it was a lot of fun. And it's good for the lazy people because I didn't have to like keep going to the bar.
You're like, I didn't have to do much of anything except enjoy myself.
But we all got like very drunk, very silly, very quick. It was such a good night. Like no drama, good vibes. I hope 2024 stays that way.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that was my holidays. I would say though, that was my New Year's.
Yeah.
My Christmas was a little sad. Just to keep it real, you know. Yeah, it was a little tough, but I'm excited for this year and what's to come. And I'm just proud of myself for getting through my first Christmas was the one I was really nervous about without my mom. And so, I mean, it still sucks always, but it was what's the word I'm looking for? A feat.
Yeah.
A feat of sorts. So, yeah. I never have to go through my first Christmas again. So,
Period. What a perspective. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so right after the holidays, where did we go?
Okay, so we kicked off the new year kind of crazy, you guys. I'm not going to lie.
Literally, when did we leave? The 6th?
January 6th of January. I feel like that's why I'm still, like, I know that it's fully February on Thursday.
No, it's January still to me.
It's, what day is it? Monday? I don't know. You know?
No, it's still January right now. I'm saying to me, though. Like, I'm
it's
like, it's January. Like, it's beginning of January.
No,
sorry,
exactly.
That was a lot.
No, we are saying the same thing.
No, like, January 1st. No, I know. I'm like, no, yeah. January 1st was when we got off the cruise. I don't know if you saw it that way.
No, I'm with you.
No, yeah.
Yes.
I was just saying, yeah.
Yes.
Can you tell? Yes, and we'll get back to that later.
Yes, but and we'll come back.
Can you tell we haven't done this in a second? We're like, no.
Yeah, that's actually
like,
exactly
so
what I was
right. Like, let me validate you.
Yeah.
I was agreeing with you.
So, just to clarify for those of you that didn't understand, we're on the same page. Basically, the cruise was like a 10-day trip that we just took like at the beginning of the year. And so it still feels like the second week of January.
Yeah. Like the new year started after the cruise.
Oh, 100%.
What I was trying to say.
What were we going to do for 5 days? Like, January 2nd through the 5th, I'm going to really grind it out.
No,
actually,
absolutely not.
I did have a show.
Okay, period. She did.
So I was grinding a little.
And she was incredible.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
She
videos on her Insta. I took the video.
She took the video. She had the best seat in the house, I guess.
Apparently.
Your camera's just always so clear. I don't know what it is. I tried telling her.
She's a little old.
Really? I don't know what it is about those videos you take.
You know what? Okay, I'll give you the hack I do right now.
Captures.
You know how you like focus and it gives like the little yellow square?
Box? Yeah.
Yeah. You tap on it
and then you go down.
Drag down. You drag her down. The lights in theaters are funky, and it took me a long time to figure that out. So like, I don't expect Cameron to know how to balance the light. Like I know the lights are because they would change in your song, and then I'd be like doing the work in the moment, and I'm like, Cameron's just enjoying you. Like
he's just sitting there listening.
He should be enjoying you. I'm doing the hard work.
You're doing the hard work.
I am your manager.
Yes, literally. Anyway, the cruise. But you guys know, it was crazy. It was really
insane.
Fun. It was a quick turnaround. We got to see the Megan Corbett perform on the Norwegian Breakaway as Catherine of Aragon in 6.
We have so many words, but you'll have to hear them next week.
You'll have to hear them next week. Exactly what Riley just said, yes. No, I'm just going to piggyback off of that and, yeah. Anyway, that joke didn't land.
I'm like, what?
You're like, what are you saying? Okay, reset. The cruise. So we saw Megan perform. It was very fun. There were definitely some low moments. Like we didn't check the weather in New Orleans, which is where the cruise left out of.
Freezing.
And we should have checked.
Why did I think New Orleans was hot year round?
I don't know. I thought the exact same thing. But we went
like it is. Maybe
we went a couple days after the New Year. And
freezing.
I fully wore open-toed shoes to dinner because I didn't pack. I was like, okay, swimsuits and
literally the warmest thing I had was like this like light sweater that had holes in it.
Isn't it what you wore to the airport?
Yes, it's what I wore on the plane, which wasn't much. It was a pair of leggings, a tank top, and then a light sweater.
And then our flight was delayed.
Oh my God, our flight was fucking crazy. There was a medical emergency. I didn't think that shit actually happened.
It was a baby.
No, that's what it was even crazier. Like
it was a baby and literally
I forgot about that. Like I know. It was so long ago. And that whole trip was such a fever dream for so many reasons.
It really was. It just took so long to leave New Orleans.
It was because it was snowing here. We were like, we're leaving at the perfect time. It's snowing in New York.
I remember actually. So we got on the plane and then they were like, guys, I'm so sorry, but we actually overfilled the plane with fuel.
Yeah.
So now
forgot about that.
We just have to run around the tarmac for a little to dump some of the fuel. You get it,
Yeah, like
literally
had to empty the tank a little.
What?
Like, how does that happen?
Never knew that was a thing.
How many times have they filled these planes? Like, what do you mean you overfilled?
Overfilled it.
What do you mean? Okay.
So then Riley's right. there was a snowstorm incoming in New York, and we were like, we're just going to miss it.
Woohoo!
But while we were defueling some of the plane, too much fuel, they're like, all right, guys, so we've got the right amount of fuel now, but it has started snowing, so now we need to de-ice the plane.
Like, what?
And
Isa was having a heart attack
the older
in the
I
back
get,
of the plane.
the more I realize sometimes in
You're
the
just a
worst
Karen?
situation, I become a Karen. Okay?
I do too.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing enjoyable about sitting on a plane with like the AC hasn't even kicked on. And it's just, I'm in the middle seat because I'm a good person. So I let Cameron sit in the aisle. I'm a good girlfriend. What can I say? So I sit in the middle and it's not fun. And then I had to sit there for an hour and a half because too much fuel. Now there's ice. So we had to de-ice.
Okay, so like while this is happening though, this baby starts crying.
This baby is crying.
And you think it's just like a normal baby crying, but he's like not stopping. And I guess I didn't realize for a while like how long the crying had been going on until, because I was in a different row than Isa and Cam, until I saw like the parents of said baby like stand up and they're like trying to like calm him down, and then the flight crew's getting mad because we haven't taken off yet, and you know they get pissed if you stand,
and they're like, please, like my baby won't
like
stop
my baby
crying.
won't stop, like I need to change my objective here. I need to change my tactic. Like something needs to change.
Something needs to change.
So you want to keep going?
So well, now I lost my train of thought. No, you keep going.
Okay, so then eventually we get in the air, baby's still crying. But like, so it's been like almost, I feel like it was like the first chunk of the flight, this baby is sobbing.
Yeah.
So then they like take off the baby's clothes, come to find out baby's running a fever and like covered in like
a rash. Like splotches of rash.
And so they figure out, oh my God, the baby's having an allergic reaction.
And at this moment, they come over the intercom or whatever that's called, and they're like, do we have any medical professionals on this flight? Like, we are having a medical emergency.
I felt like I was in a movie.
And I was like,
not us.
One dude gets up. One dude.
Thank God.
Like, what if he wasn't there?
I know. They figured it out, I guess.
I don't know what he did. But
I don't know the conclusion of that, but like they stood in the aisle for a while. But then this is also when they were like passing out the drinks, and like they were doing like drinks and snacks and stuff, and they skipped my row because
you were sitting in front of the baby.
I said something because I really wanted a snack. I was hungry.
You were like,
so then they moved to like the front of the plane. Guess they figured it out. But also this family was from France. They were speaking French. Well, I'm assuming that. Well, they said they were from France. Like I didn't just make that up, but they were also speaking French.
Damn.
Because they were like trying to communicate with the doctor, was not going well. But anyway, that was
it was a weird day. And then we got to the place we were staying at in New Orleans, and the people waiting for us like were very drunk and throwing like a beginning of Mardi Gras party.
Yeah, because it was also like the first day of Mardi Gras.
Even though it was like 35 degrees and I'm in my open-toed shoes.
Yes, of course.
But so we almost like immediately started drinking. But we had Shreya, shout out Shreya, from Florida coming to meet us to get on
whose flight also got delayed.
Her flight was delayed. She was on a Spirit flight. Her flight was delayed like 4 hours, maybe? Like it was rough. She ended up befriending the guys sitting next to her on the plane.
And they played cards.
And they were playing cards.
How sweet.
What?
Only her.
Only her.
Yeah.
So that getting on the cruise was a little tough. And then first day we're there, it's cold.
It's freezing.
Like, as you New Yorkers say, which I've been picking up lately, it was brick.
What does that mean?
It means cold.
I've never heard that. Well, I'm not a New Yorker.
This is a step to becoming a real New Yorker.
What is it?
Brick. It's brick.
What does that mean? Cold? Like
cold. Like it's
cold?
Fucking cold. Like it's really fucking cold.
So I would say, oh, it's brick outside?
Yeah. You should You should look it up on TikTok. I'm not even kidding.
Brick, like
look up brick,
BRICK.
and there will be people like making like a range of cold to like it's brick.
Oh, like it's like a scale. Sliding scale.
From what I'm learning, yes.
BRICK?
Yes, like a
If I said it's brick outside, like will people laugh at me because I feel like me saying
maybe
it?
not.
Yeah, maybe I just shouldn't.
I don't know. I did say it on the cruise at one point, and Shreya was like, literally, what did you just say? And I was like, you don't get it. You don't live in New York. This is why you gotta meet New York natives.
Oh.
I learned that from my coworkers.
I was like, you learned this from your coworkers. This is all adding up now. Okay.
So
great.
It was cold as shit when we got
thank
on
God,
the cruise.
though, before we got on the cruise, though, me and Isa did make a Target run.
Yeah.
I forced Isa to come with me.
Yes. You bought
And
a lot of things to keep you warm. I did.
The Lord's work. Because guess whose clothes was passed around the entire cruise? Mine. Because I bought warm clothes.
I just bought like vitamins that I didn't even take.
You
I bought like
not
3 boxes of liquid IV. We drank maybe like 3 the whole
I didn't
trip.
have one because I don't like liquid IV.
Okay, well, when you're down bad,
it's
not about taste.
No, I know. But my sisters tried to force it down my fucking throat. And even when I'm drunk, I'm like,
can you drink Pedialyte?
No, I just don't. I don't know what it is.
Well, Pedialyte's kind of thick.
Yeah, Pedialyte's gross. It's just like a whole different, like, it's like you're like slurping that up. You're not so. Anyway,
I'm like, what else about the cruise should we update you on? Like,
yeah,
we should have asked what you wanted to know about our cruise experience. That actually would have been a good poll. So now you're just getting random information, like how cold it was.
Yeah, it was freezing first day, last day.
First day and last day, those were the at sea days because
where you're supposed to like lay out and read and drink all day and utilize that drink package to its fullest potential.
I would say we used the drink package.
Oh, we did.
By the end of the trip, we would just go up and order 2 at a time.
2 at a time because I was like, I don't want to go back.
And I don't know if that is allowed on other cruise lines. Like, I feel like they're like, you have to like, or maybe at one.
No, it's like Carnival is like every 15 minutes.
Yes, there's like a 15-minute, like you gotta, they're trying to pace you.
But they just like, they gave them.
Not on Norwegian.
Norwegian said, you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
My sister just went on a cruise. This is so random. She went on a Carnival cruise.
Slay.
And she maxed out her drink package.
No, I saw that. And I was like, how do you max
you
out
only get 15 drinks a day. And she had all 15.
I know that sounds like a lot. But
when you're stuck on that boat. I know. I'm like, I probably had 20 drinks.
That's absurd.
Absurd. I know. But yeah, she got cut off. Anyway, cruise was a lot of fun. We will have an episode next week all about it.
Guys.
We'll give you more tea. I don't want to give away too much.
Oh, okay.
Wait, give a little more.
Well,
I'm like, you want to.
The tea next week that you're getting isn't so much as about like your experience on a cruise as a guest.
So true.
But more your experience on a cruise as a performer / crew member, aka Megan's perspective.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Sit down with her.
We did. We sat down in our cabin on a very rocky day at sea, and we asked Megan all of the questions that we thought people that haven't performed on cruises before would probably want to know.
I learned so much in that conversation.
Yeah.
And like that's as someone that's auditioning to work on a cruise. And like I didn't know most of that stuff.
Yeah. So stay tuned. That'll be a good episode.
But yeah, overall, cruise, did you have fun?
I had so much fun. And I gotta give a shout out real quick. I mean, for those of you that like don't know, many of you may not. We went as a part of a larger group.
Oh my God, yeah.
There were 8 of us, and it was me, Riley, my boyfriend Cam, my childhood friend Shreya, shout out Shreya, and then this group of people that me and Megan did community theater with, shout out Garrett, Frankie, Josh, and Mary. But we had a very silly time.
Fun.
Very, very silly.
The most like random group of people.
But sometimes that's like,
I know, I loved every second.
It makes for that you're like, hey, nice to meet you. And then in like a few hours, you're just like
we're drinking
and like singing songs. It's
like trauma dumping on each other.
Yeah.
Like,
also, Megan's entire extended family was there. So
like
that
35 of them. And they all had matching t-shirts. We didn't get the invite.
Yeah. But turns out Megan just didn't want us to have the t-shirts because she was like, that's embarrassing. And I'm like, yeah, for you, not for us.
Would you have wore it?
Yeah.
I would have too.
We'd probably be wearing them now.
So true.
But now you don't get that content. You can blame Megan.
Tragic.
Okay, what else?
Okay. Book club updates?
Book club.
Okay, you guys. So came to my knowledge, when was that? Like end of December-ish.
Okay.
That the original book that we were reading, Good Material by Dolly Alderton,
so
it's not even released yet. It comes out tomorrow, January 30th. And our book club already met. So we couldn't read that for January, obviously, because it hasn't even come out yet.
Yes.
So we ended up reading City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I Loved it. Personally, we had some haters in the book club. It's
did.
fine. That's what book club's for. Different opinions. I've had to like talk myself through that.
You're like, it's fine.
No, it's good to have different opinions. That's what makes it fun. If we all agreed and loved it, that would be kind of boring.
True.
But no, I really, really love the book. It, in a certain kind of way, it gave me the same vibes of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you enjoyed that book, I would give City of Girls a read.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved it though. What did you think?
I really liked the book as well. I didn't love it as much as Riley.
Okay, I didn't give it a 5. I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 3, but only because I feel like in my new reading era, I have to be selective.
Pickier?
I have to be a little pickier.
Period.
I feel like it's kind of embarrassing. Like if you look on my Goodreads, every single book I've read has a 5-star rating. Except for I went in after book club and was like, I'm going to fucking change some of these to 4.
Damn. Okay.
Because I'm like, when I'm actually thinking about it, like some of the books that I've read haven't given me the same experience as some other ones. And so I'm just comparing on a scale of 1 to 5. You know what I mean? Like if these are 5s, then these must be 3s.
So what's your
4s.
like ultimate, like all-time favorite 5 book? Just so we like
A Court of Silver Flames.
Period.
Which is the book Riley's reading.
I was like,
now.
guys, I started reading it today, but we'll get into that in a sec. I'm already unwell and I'm on chapter 2.
But I would say a lot of the Court of Thorns.
Yeah, those are all 5s for me.
Yeah.
Except I did finish today also.
Number 4 is a 4.
Number 4 got a 4.
That's
what I was going to say. A Court of Frost and Starlight. Weird name. I did give it a 4. It was short. It was sweet. I'm happy my friends were having fun in that book. I was not as much.
You were like, where is the action?
I need the action. I need the drama. Wasn't giving that. And so I guess I was bored. But anyway, so yeah, we read City of Girls. It was great. For the month of February, if you want to keep up with our little book club, we are now reading Good Material by Dolly Alderton.
Period.
I do have an Amazon order coming tomorrow with it.
Wow. I'm going to have to go to the store like a
it'll be out for sure.
Old-fashioned gal.
Well, so my friend Lily went today actually, and she already got it. They put it out early.
Oh my God, that was the loudest phone buzz I've ever heard in my life.
But yeah, so that's our little book club update.
Book club.
I'll let you take this next one away.
Okay, so for those of you that know things about sports or have just been, around this
we get it.
week.
We're not sporty girls, but we were this weekend.
Yeah. The Detroit Lions made it one game away from making it to the Super Bowl. They did lose last night.
They did. It was close,
Sunday,
though.
the 28th. It was a very close game, which I think made it hurt a little more.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's because they were winning and they were doing so good.
And then, things happen. Life is like that. We can't all be winners for the first time ever. So, yeah. Also, I did see a tweet today. This is getting ahead of myself a little bit, but I did see a tweet today that was like, I don't want to say anything, but the last time that the 49ers and the Chiefs were at the Super Bowl, the world fucking ended. So that was 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But maybe if the Lions would have made it, it would have been like, whoa, this year is going to be full of new possibilities for the underdogs of the world.
I will say I've never been so invested in sports as I was yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I truly like when like things were heating up, like I could not breathe. I was like, I get it. I understand why people like sports.
It was a journey. I can't believe that we're talking about the fucking.
No, I'm like,
we're talking about multiple games. But I'm proud of the Lions. They made it really far.
Really far.
And if they made it this far once, who's to say it's going to take them 33 years to do it again? So
true.
Hoping they do make it to the Super Bowl in my lifetime and in the lifetime of people that have been rooting for them for so long.
One time. That's all we're asking for.
That's what being from Michigan is about. Being a Lions fan, even though things like this happen.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe next year, boys.
Okay. And finally, in our little wrap up of what's been going on, guys, I have a new job.
Riley has a new job.
So silly. I'm a nanny again.
She's a nanny again.
Are you just repeating what I say?
I am just repeating what she says.
Thank you. Yeah, I am a nanny again with the same family. Kind of crazy how things transpired, but yes. Being back with this family and just like as a nanny again has really given me like a perspective of like, oh, this like it gives me a taste of like what my life was like pre everything with my mom,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives me just kind of like a taste of normalcy, and it's been a really good transition situation. Like for me, it's been good, and I love my hours, and the family I work for is like family to me.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be back. I'm excited for what's to come, and I love, guys, I only work 2 to 8
I love that.
p.m.
Okay.
That's it. I sleep in every morning.
I
Not
sleep
every
in
morning.
every morning.
I sleep in every morning. No, I don't. I started a workout class as well. That's also new for me. So I have that Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. So I'm trying to be a morning girly as well. But yeah. So new routines going on, at least for me. What about you?
Yeah. I'm working. It's
Slay.
getting the job done. Don't feel like elaborating more than that.
Yeah, and you
but
don't
I'm
have to.
happy. I really enjoy the people that I work with right now. So that's always a sleigh. What else? But I mean, I feel like I'm always looking for jobs just because
New York's expensive.
New York is expensive, and it I
Yeah,
just
no.
would love a little more financial
Stability.
or like
Yeah,
finances to stabilize. Like I would just love finances.
2024 is also the year that Isa wins the lottery.
Winning the lottery, booking a national tour, anything really. Booking it doesn't even have to be a national tour. It can be a New
I
York
was like,
tour.
wow, you really jumped to
It could be
national.
well, I want to dream big, okay?
No. I think you should. I didn't know that was your first, like, is that your first choice right now?
I think so.
Slay. I love that for you.
I would love to tour the US or other places. But step one, honestly, is getting paid for being an actor.
So true.
Still on my bucket list, TBH. Okay, I've been paid to act before, but you know what I mean. Like in a show.
Professional pretender.
In a show.
Yeah. I get it.
I have seen Leah Michelle, though, a lot at my job.
So
but I won't
true.
disclose where I work.
You guys made eye contact.
Yeah. The other day. So actually, I've seen Leah Michelle multiple times.
But who else have you seen?
I saw Sam Smith twice also at work, which was crazy. So at my job, the windows are clear. So I just sit there and stare out all day. Great for people watching. I've seen Leah Michelle 3 times. And this 4th time, last week, we literally made eye contact. It was the first time she actually looked
Was
inside
she not wearing
the store.
Glasses?
No.
Because isn't she usually wearing sunglasses?
Yeah. She wasn't. No, she looked inside the store and I was like.
So you're like confirmed it is you. Did she like look at the stuff at all?
No.
Oh.
She was just like.
you.
And then we were like literally staring at her and she was like, oh, okay. But she was at the Jets game. She was at the Jets game that
You're
I
like,
sang
I'm
the
bringing
national
this back
anthem
up.
for. I will always bring that up because she could have gotten there late or she could have gotten there and heard me sing the national anthem.
She recognized
So
you.
just think
That's
about
why she was
that.
staring at
Maybe
you.
she was staring at me like, where have I
She's
seen
like,
that girl before?
There's that fucking bitch that sang the national anthem at the game I should have.
Yeah. I just have this vision of Leah Michelle at the Jets versus Eagles game sitting there like with her arms crossed, just like being like, wow, I didn't realize we were letting anybody sing the national anthem. Well, if they were asking people to sing, why didn't they ask me? Let everybody have their chance, Leah. Okay?
And in like
Funny
reality,
girl.
she probably like wasn't even there.
She was
yet.
probably not there yet in
or, like,
her
scrolling.
limousine, or she's like in her like on her phone being like, oh my God, wait, the national anthem just happened? Oh. Okay.
Damn.
But all it takes is one time seeing somebody walking down the street and then they can appear in your dreams and or nightmares.
Oh, has she?
No, but what I'm saying is maybe I'll appear in her nightmares. And I'm like the girl that's coming for her jobs.
So true.
This is a narrative I'm writing for us. We have beef.
This is gonna be like when we're like big and famous. Like I hope this comes back up.
Yeah.
And like Leah Michelle and you like have like a little like
beef.
No, not even beef, like a reunion where you like where you discuss everything you've been through.
And I'll be like, did you remember seeing me at that one store in Tribeca years ago?
No, and then you guys can like giggle about it.
No.
I
don't remember you.
Absolutely not, actually.
So yeah.
That's
the tea on Leah right now.
Thanks. Okay, so Isa,
Yeah.
with all of this in mind, what do we have planned for season 3/2024 as a whole?
Okay, I'm feeling optimistic about this year.
Really?
I feel like people usually say that towards the beginning of every new year, but I actually really feel optimistic about this one. I'm not just saying it.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I just feel
And
like
we don't need to question it.
I just feel like it's been kind of like
really
a
bad
rough few years. You know what I mean?
We're just ready for something good.
Like my early 20s were like, the fact I'm saying early 20s.
Don't.
Guys, turning 25 this year. At least you have like 9 months. I've got 5.
Yeah, I had this moment earlier where I was like, once I'm 25, I'm closer to 30 than 20.
Oh my God.
No, doesn't that really just like really hurt and put things into perspective?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to let that sit with you for a second. No, why am I about to start crying?
Quarter life crisis. I hit my quarter life crisis like last year, though. I'm gonna be.
Oh, mine hasn't hit yet.
Fucking real.
And she might hit right now on the podcast.
You're like, why am I upset about 2025? Bro, are you actually crying?
I'm just not ready. We're vulnerable. Season 3.
Remember, every time we're like, this podcast is about being real and talking about your truth and your emotions.
Oh, God.
This is what almost turning 25 feels like.
No, it just came so quick. And I feel like I'm still 20 like I was when the pandemic started. And it sucks that we have been dealt this little hand of cards that we have since then. Like, damn, pandemic. Damn. My mom died. Like, damn. Like, I'm like,
yep, get there.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's really, like, it's just like, damn, 25. It just feels so old. And
I know.
The fact that we'll be closer to 30 just, like, really sent me spiraling today. And it didn't come out until now.
Okay, but I've heard. I don't know if anybody over the age of
better?
28 listens to, well, the parents and the family don't count.
So true. Oh, I'm like Uncle Matt and our parents and my dad can tell us.
So for those of you that are over 30, I heard 30s are the new 20s.
Oh, okay. I've also heard that.
But when I was growing up, I saw people were like, your 20s are literally so fun. Like, get out there, do that damn thing. It's going to be so fun. Best memories ever. You're going to be working. You're going to be grinding. It's going to be so fun.
I'm sorry.
So
who said that?
I feel like, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But so now I'm hearing, no, your 20s are for figuring your stuff out, right? It's for going through the ups and downs of being like, who am I? What is my life? What am I trying to do?
So true.
So holding out hope for 30. You know, also seen a lot of people glow up at 30.
Also, yeah.
Not saying that I necessarily I'm like really hoping for a glow up, but I'm just saying like.
I think I'll be my sexiest in my 30s.
Why are people that are 30 like really hot? I'm like.
Also, okay, so Eva recently started watching Sex and the City, and I've been waiting for this because I want to talk about Sex and the City all the time on the podcast, but I'm like, she doesn't know what I'm talking about. But now she does.
Yeah,
they're all in their 30s.
Yeah.
In the show. So it's just like, which I mean, not that their lives are all a little crazy and.
Not that I'm trying to model my life.
Except Miss Miranda, Miss Lawyer, my queen. Actually, they're all successful in their own ways.
I just feel like this might not make any sense, but I'm just feel like I'm hitting the age where I'm like, what? A couple of things. What am I doing? Yeah. First of all.
So true.
2. And I mean this as a joke, so don't come for me. But like, why am I an actor?
I ask myself that question every day.
Who let
me do this to myself?
17-year-old version of myself make that decision?
And now we're too far in. Like, it's like, we can't go back now. Because then it'll just seem like we gave up.
I know. And
but
now
people don't realize how hard it is.
I'm like, yeah, I could give up, but then I would give up. And then that would give people reason to be like, oh.
Look, I knew she couldn't do it.
Oh, I knew from day one.
So now we can't fucking give up. So thanks, guys.
So thanks for that.
Thanks.
Sometimes I want to.
I don't want to give up all the time. Speaking of that, I have so many ECCs that I'm going to go to next week. And EPAs if you want to come. Which we'll discuss not right now, but that just like reminded me.
I'm going to Mexico on Thursday.
Not this week, next week.
I know, but you think I'm going to come back and be like, yep, let's get at it.
Next Friday.
Okay, see, that's different.
If you're feeling crazy, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, she's the one that brought it up.
I'm just trying to be successful actors.
I'm just trying to be successful. So true.
So true.
Goal for 2024.
You guys, so successful. I guess this kind of leads us into goals for ourselves as artists. It is audition season. Can you tell?
Season.
Can you tell?
I'm stressed. No, but I'm feeling good about it. I feel like the past couple of years, how long have I been here? I don't even know. 2 years?
Almost
so the past 2 audition seasons, everybody would be like posting on their stories like, oh my God, audition season. And I'd be like, it's You're audition
like, Who's auditioning?
I'm like, you guys are at auditions? Shit. But now I'm like, okay, no, it's audition season. Like, I know the time frame and I know that I need to be auditioning now. So learned that by experience. But that's one of those things where it's like at 17 years old, I was like, no, you're just going to get booked.
No, you're going to graduate college and
then you're just going to get a call. And they're going to want you for the original Broadway cast of everything. So it turns out there's like, times when you got to like be on your shit.
Right now is one of them. And as we mentioned earlier, it's still January 1st to us.
So I feel like I'm behind.
I'm so behind in so many ways.
But we're not. We're still putting stuff out there.
No, we're not. Yeah, like I just submitted something last week, which was for something exciting. And you submitted something recently. Yes. Okay. I'm like, guys, we're working. We'll see. We're doing the thing. And you heard it here. We might go to some in-person auditions next week. If you don't, I will. Okay. I'll report back.
Okay.
If you don't, I will.
If you don't,
no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm just really excited about a lot of them, and I think you would be excited about a lot of them too. That's why we're going to talk later.
We'll talk later.
I don't go unless it's a show that I'd actually be excited to do.
But I do feel like this year is the year where I'm gonna I'm feeling optimistic about my ability to audition for more things, just film stuff, get over that like hump of being like, I hate self-taping at home, or I just got home from work, or it's too much. Like, just like little changes.
Just I feel like what's the word I'm looking for? Romanticizing it a little more.
You really have to romanticize your entire life.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think this is the year of doing that and being like, yes, I am an actor. I get to submit this audition. I want to
struggle.
See me.
I get to, put myself out there every chance I get for things that excite me, for projects that excite me.
I think we just need to I'm saying this as a pessimist myself, so we'll see if it actually sticks.
Yeah.
But I think we need to just kind of like shift the mindset a little bit, just for a few months?
We're not shifting the mindset.
We're just like February, March, a little bit of April-ish is audition season.
And then we can go back to being really
miserable again.
Pessimistic.
Yeah, we just need to be excited, little actors for a few months, and then we can be negative Nellies again. There was a moment when we were on the cruise where I think you were being like really optimistic and I was being really pessimistic, or like vice versa.
I was being really pessimistic and you were being really optimistic.
I can't think. Or something was happening. But I was like, no, I think I was upset. I think we were both upset. It was the first day of the cruise. I remember exactly. We were both like, this fucking sucks. And I was like, Isa, I'm scared because one of us is always an optimist and one is always a pessimist. And we both can't be pessimistic right now. And
no, that's so true.
But we're going to be optimists and it's going to be a good audition season. But overall, what would you say are your goals as an artist? Anything in particular?
I mean, I always start off the year being like, my goal is to book something. Oh, and I know that's something that's also dependent on a lot of other factors. So if it doesn't happen, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Totally.
But I feel like trying to get that perspective in my mind is a good motivator.
Yeah.
Like if I'm trying to book something, you got to try and get yourself to the place, try and get to that audition, submit even if you don't know what's going to happen, right? That kind of mentality.
You guys, it still sticks with me. And we were sitting in this exact room doing this thing. Oh, for those of you that are watching, hey, we're in the studio.
We're in the studio.
We're not on my couch.
No.
We're using real equipment. Anyway.
And we put makeup on.
Hey. No. I was just going to say, what still sticks with me always is Jessie Lynn when she said, right place, right time. It's not going to happen unless you put yourself there. And so I think that's such a good goal to
Absolutely.
Just like put ourselves out there and show up and do the thing. And it's never going to happen if we don't go to the audition.
So true.
And that's something I think has really hit me recently. Like, yes, I am like submitting and I'm getting a lot of auditions through my representation, but I'm realizing like, okay, like I do need, it's not 2020 anymore. Like, we are in-person auditioning, and I hate that we're back to it, but I'm also like, when we weren't in-person auditioning, I was complaining about that. So
I know. I just go through such
I just get
a
nervous
back
in
and forth
person.
because genuinely, well, that for one, like I feel like
But I hate self-taping.
We lost so much time of practicing the in-person audition experience, and self-taping still sucks even 4 years after the pandemic started. But it just bothers me how difficult it is to go to an in-person audition.
Yeah.
Like, it is truly like, and I don't know. Like, okay, maybe I might sound a little lazy or bratty.
No, you're not, because what you're about to say is fucking insane. And
but
I know every person that's about to hear what you're about to say
is going to be like,
what the fuck? What other career do you fucking do that? None.
You have to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning, run to Midtown to write your name on a list.
I'm sorry, it's not safe. It's in the middle of the night.
What? Who else is in Midtown at 5 in the morning? Like,
no one.
Just like, I gotta write my name down. And I also found out from a friend of mine that I asked about the list. Did you know that the list that everybody's like getting there to put their name down on is literally just like a white piece of paper?
Yes. It's like with a piece of Scotch tape stuck to the wall.
Like, I am thinking it's this like intricate spreadsheet where there's like so many time slots and like everything's so organized. I'm running to Midtown at 5 in the morning to write my name down, to come back, to maybe get seen.
Maybe.
But most likely not. And so that is what, like 5 to 10, the audition starting at 10. You want to get there at 5 to write your name down. That's 5 hours of getting ready for this audition. And
sometimes people will stay outside. Like, if it's like a huge call, people won't leave because sometimes people will switch the list. Yeah. Or they'll get rid of the like list outside and start a new one. And so sometimes people stay and like monitor that.
To make sure it doesn't happen.
Not me. I've never even been to one, but I'm like, I'm not staying if I'm there at 5 a.m. If they cut me off the list, whatever.
It's just like so crazy twisted that like it's so hard for you to even just get in front of anybody. People. And the thing is that you get into those rooms and you sing 16 bars.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Like, that's like, yes. And for some people that works. And I'm not trying to take away from the fact that if you get yourself into that room and you kill those 16 bars and you are what they are looking for, you might book that shit. And that's amazing. And that's why I struggle with it, because it's like, how am I going to book the show if I don't get my ass into that room? But really, it's like, how am I going to book that show if I don't get my ass into that line of people early enough to ensure that I am in the first 15 people? Because if not, my chances decrease a lot. But also I have a side job that I have to work in order to pay my bills. So how do I find the time to wake up at 5 in the morning and then get home at like 3 p.m.? And that's hoping that I got seen, or I was there until 3 p.m. and didn't get seen. Yeah. And it was a waste of time because I could have probably been at work. And unfortunately, like, that's how you survive out here. It's like you gotta
you have to go to your job to make money to live here. Like, it's so fucked that this is like literally our career, and like this is how we become successful, because it's literally like there's no like the lack of control that we have on the situation.
It's wild.
It's wild, and the fact that we chose this life.
Especially as control freaks.
I don't want you guys to like listen to this and be like, wow, they're giving up on us. Because we're not. We're not. It's whoa. We're not giving up.
We're not giving up.
We're here. We're trying our best. But we're just here to say it's really hard.
Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of people don't say it's hard.
No.
Or like they do. But like me. I'm trying to be real with all of you and be like, shit is hard.
It is.
Shit's hard. And when I book my show, which will happen
it
one
will
day,
happen. Duh.
And when you book yours, I'm not going to get on social media or get on this podcast and be like, you know what, guys? It's just like really, like if you just follow your dreams, like you too can do it.
No.
It's hard. And like, it's hard and you got to put in a lot of work, and it happens for some people and it happens in different levels for lots of people. And that doesn't mean that I'm giving up on it.
No.
But I'm also like, if you're
a human being,
why would you not?
Sometimes?
Why would we pretend like, oh my God, it's the easiest thing in the world? Like, yeah,
no,
it's so easy. Like, I've never struggled in my life. That's just not the truth.
No.
So
just in like, so I'll be honest, like I've never been to like the only in-person auditions I've been to in the city are ones that I had appointments for. And that was through like my agent manager.
Yeah.
But before them, like I wasn't getting any appointments. I wasn't going in person. I wasn't like doing the thing because it's hard. And I was trying to figure out life as a human being in the city before being an actor. And I feel like I've gotten to like a good point with that. And so this year, just through our conversations outside of this podcast, like we've both been like, okay, like we really want to like try an ECC, try an EPA. Those are the auditions we're talking about with the piece of paper. If you're a little lost, 5 a.m. Yeah, back to that. So like we've talked like together and we've been like, we really want to do this. So I would just say, I think for both of us, one of our artist goals are just like attending an in-person audition 100%. And trying it, at least trying it, because it is really hard.
And being optimistic about it. Like just because we shine light on how fucked up it can be sometimes.
Yeah.
We're still going to try and be optimists and try and reach those goals.
And this is our year of booking. The bucket. I'm putting that out on the air for everyone to hear. This is our year of booking. This is our year of going to dance classes and auditions and showing up and challenging ourselves. Period.
Love it.
As for what's coming up on this season and some goals that we have just throughout season 3 and kind of why we're starting a whole new season in general. One, we just needed a break.
We did.
And I also, it does feel like a kind of like a new season. A new chapter has at least started.
Absolutely.
Just in our lives in general. For season 3, we're really excited to have a whole bunch of new guests, some that we've lined up, some that we haven't. But always we want to hear from you guys too. So let us know who you want to hear from, and we will try our hardest
to get them
on. We will try, but no promises. But yeah, excited for the guests that are coming, excited for topics that we're going to discuss. As always, we love to keep it real here. We love to bitch and complain. It's our favorite thing to do, and that's why we have a podcast. But also just giving you guys a continuous look into the lives of Michiganders here in New York, trying to do the damn thing, the good, the bad, the ugly. And yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Pop culture. Hey.
That was really beautiful. Thank you for joining us in that.
Hey, pop culture. Oh, so much has happened.
So much has happened.
But we're going to give you just a few things today.
Okay. We haven't seen the Mean Girls movie
We
yet.
haven't. Don't be mad at us.
It came out while we were on the cruise.
Like, that wasn't our fault. And it's just been busy. And we're going to try to see it tomorrow.
But I did listen to World Burn on Spotify.
God. I'm trying to save the other ones. But all I have seen on TikTok is about
how they're kind of like lo-fi beat-y songs.
Yeah, and they just like don't sound like the
and
Broadway.
It's not giving Broadway these movie music.
Like I understand that the idea of like a musical is a turnoff to people that don't like theater, which is like stupid.
God,
why don't you like a good song? Anyway, so I think they were trying to like sway away from like musical theater, like it's giving Broadway, and like make it more like hip and cool, but it just sounds kind of rough. But I'm waiting till I see it in person. This is just like everything I've seen on TikTok, so I don't want to like hate on it too much yet. Like I'll give you a full review once I see it, but World Burn
sounds amazing. I've heard great things about Renee Rapp.
Mother. Oh, you're rapping today.
Do you talk too much?
We do.
Now. We do. That's why we have a podcast. Anyway.
In case you forgot.
So yeah.
Yeah. We'll see it. We'll talk about it soon. Renee's already on the mind. Did we see the Coachella / Govball lineup?
100%. I can't afford Coachella.
I think I want to go to Govball.
I want to go to Govball.
It's here.
There's a lot of people that are performing.
No, there's so many. I'll pull it up so quickly.
Okay, well, while she pulls up the lineup for Govball, just wrapping back to the football topic. I know we're going to talk about it twice. I loved there's a video going around now of some Ravens fans yelling at Taylor Swift, being like, "Taylor, you ruined the NFL. You ruined football. You ruined the Chiefs."
Can they shut the fuck up?
And no, but she looks at them and is like literally like laughing and smiling, and then she's like, "I didn't do anything," and walks away. And it's really iconic.
Okay, good for her. Okay, the one fucking picture I could find is so blurry, but I can kind of read it.
This Govball?
Okay, these are just kind of like our big ones. Post Malone. Don't know who that next person is. The Killers, 21 Savage, SZA, Renee Rapp. These are all different days, of course, but I think I kind of want to go Saturday and Sunday because Sabrina Carpenter is there, who we love.
Who else? Other big people are there.
I don't Peso Pluma. Is that how you say that?
Peso Pluma, yeah.
Thank you. Don Tolliver. Sorry, this is the blurriest image. So Young Gravy.
My fave. No, I'm kidding.
No, but like it's just like a good.
It is a good. No, it is a.
But our
great
girl
line.
Renee and Cesar are the same day though. So I'm like, we're sold. But
We're
Sabrina
sold.
Carpenter's Saturday. But I don't know if
Let's go 2 days. We'll see.
We'll see. So you guys stay tuned. We will probably be at Govball this summer.
We probably will. It's in the summer?
Yeah,
It's in
June.
It was in, like, September.
It's in June 7th through 9th, 2024. It's in Queens.
Wow.
Or Flushing Meadows, wherever that is. But thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
This was a silly episode.
This was.
We were like, it is so hard to be an artist earlier. And then we ended talking about Govball. But
we were literally like, we're going to be optimistic. Okay. No more negative Nellies. We're going to really kick it into high gear. And then I was like, but this is hard.
So true. You just had to get it out. This is a therapy session for us both.
I mean, we're sitting on a couch.
But you guys keep listening to us. So thanks.
Thanks.
No, but seriously, thank you for all your support. And we're so excited for season 3.
Yes. Thank you to our social media team, Noah and Erica.
Always.
We love you. Thank you for your hard work. Check out our YouTube channel, done and edited and finessed by Noah Wisniewski.
Our
king. Next week's episode is going to be Cruising with Catherine of Aragon. We're going to be chatting with Megan like we told you guys earlier. So get excited for that.
Ooh. If you want to keep up with us on social media, our @ is @notfromhere.podcast. That is NOTFROMHERE.PODCAST. And as always, I'm Riley Klauza.
And I'm Isa Rodriguez. And we are definitely
not from here. Bye.